Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of our series. Today, we are here in the Japanese garden here at Cal Poly Pomona. And so we'll share a little bit of information here. But this is a great place for students to go ahead and come and study or take a break and enjoy just the sounds of the stream. As you'll see, you'll have a lot of fishes to go ahead and see and look out for. And then it's just a very great shaded area. So amazing place here at Cal Poly Pomona, the Japanese Garden. Make sure to stop by. With that said, my name is Edward Nava. I'm the Parent Engagement Liaison for Project Aminos here at Cal Poly Pomona. Let's get started. All right, so in today's episode of Bronco Scoops, we're going to be talking a little bit of the transitions for students that are attending high school and then going into college. We know that these transitions usually do happen for the students, but also probably for the household as well. So we're going to be sharing a little bit of that information. So regardless of whatever grade level you're currently in, this information that we share with you, hopefully you get some great insight, and then for parents, hopefully this is great information for you as well. All right, so starting with number one, academic expectations. So, a lot of the time, students are usually so focused with the high school environment in terms of reminders for their homeworks, quizzes, exams, so on and so forth. However, when the student does transition over to a college or university of their choosing, they will be a little bit more self motivated. So, professors do have that self motivation for students in the sense that students will be responsible for reading the course syllabus and understanding which dates are going to be homework submissions, which dates are going to be quizzes, exams, and finals. So, it is the student's responsibility to go ahead and know that information. A key point that I would always give to, or I would share with you is whenever that comes to mind, or whenever you are in that spot or situation, I would always encourage you to take that deadline sheet that the course syllabus has and attach that to your notebook of that subject or material that you're going to be taking, so that each time you go to class, you know what to expect. Okay, so food for thought. So another thing that we want to go ahead and share with students is the freedom and responsibility that a student has. So in high school, a student is able to go ahead and um, have a pocket of courses that the counselor has already chosen for them. However, um, or their counselor has already chosen the full schedule for their semester. However, when it comes to the college or university setting, it is the student's responsibility to go ahead and set up appointments with a counselor to be able to select which courses to go ahead and pick that will be making progress to their degree. And so, again, it is the student responsibility to do that, but also they get to select whether they want their courses all to be in one single day, whether they want to spread them out throughout the whole week. And they also can select whether they want to go ahead and select the morning courses versus the afternoon, or the afternoon versus the morning courses. So just keep that in mind, that that's going to be something that a student will go ahead and have in terms of now selecting their courses. Okay, so now that we've talked about two different items, we want to go ahead and share a little bit of how would that impact the household, right? So, given that the students have the liberty to select some of these courses, one of the key things that we want to go ahead and share with parents is that keep that communication line open, right? When students are selecting their courses and they are responsible for their own schedules, it's important that parents have that communication, because a lot of the times people may have curfews, people may not have those curfews, right? And it's important for the student to share that information only if they are able and willing to share that. There is something known as FERPA, where a student is not required to share that information with parents once they are a college student, but more information on that. Okay, so we'll give that information later down the road. Um, we always say keep that communication line open with students. That way, if they ever need anything, or if they are wanting to um, discuss something regarding their class schedule, they can always go ahead and do that with you. And more so, what would happen, we're so used to perhaps driving our student over to their high school, that some of the times we're able to just check in, as through the drive from high school back to the house. However, when a student is now selecting their courses, perhaps in the evenings, or if the parent is not driving the students to their school or classes, those conversations of checking in are going to be a little bit more different, because either you could check in with the student in the mornings. Some of the times the students are going to have classes in the evenings, so not even through dinner. And so it's always good to check in with them when the time is appropriate for them, but always keep that communication open. And so those are some of the changes that may happen for students as well as within the household as well. So with that shared with you all, that is going to wrap up our first episode for our podcast. We hope that this information shared is a lot of information useful for you, and then we hope that you are able to continue joining us in our other or upcoming episodes, as we will continue to share a little bit more of those differences in transitions for students as well as for parents or within the household as well. So again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope that you're able to get a lot of information from us. See you then.